Muscle Farm presents Martin van Staden versus Henry Fadipe. The hardest-hitting welterweight returns as Martin the Punisher van Staden will look to unleash his fury and get back to title contention. Nigerian-born and Ireland-based Henry Herculeez Fadipe put on an impressive showing at his EFC Africa debut and will look for the KO victory over his illustrious opponent. Will the Punisher stand victorious, or will Herculeez get the KO victory? It's Martin van Staden versus Henry Fadipe.
Muscle Farm Nutritional Supplement for Champions brings you this bout. And making his way out to the hexagon here at EFC Africa 23, Henry Fadipe, of course. Now, it's been quite an interesting build-up to this fight. Nigerian-born, he's based in Ireland, missed his flight, eventually made his fight. His camp has been so disrupted. What sort of mental state will he be in, Dirk?
Well, of course, it's also his EFC Africa debut at welterweight. He competed at middleweight. And, of course, the first time he had visa issues, couldn't make the fight. Van Staden had to cut weight literally on weigh-in day. That's when they realized he was not going to make it. He's not going to be here. That's the day the fight was called off. So Van Staden is really fired up, and he's really hungry, and he wants to get out there and put on a great performance tonight. Fadipe is a super talented guy. He's been into South Africa once before, and again now tonight making his debut at welterweight. We saw him go all the distance with Tumelo Maputa at middleweight, and not a lot of people can actually handle the power of Tumelo Maputa.
Henry Fadipe recently became a father, so lots of motivation for him tonight. And of course, looking to make a statement of the welterweight division.
It's going to be interesting to see how much the weight cut has actually affected him. It's never easy your first time to drop down to another weight. Used to competing at 84, now competing at 77. It's going to be a tough ask for him to come out here and face one of the division's best in Martin van Staden.
We did see though, he is very tough. Everlast, the official equipment and apparel partner of EFC Africa. We did see how tough he was in that Tumelo Maputa fight. He certainly can go the distance. He's not scared to take on the challenge, and today he faces a very hungry Martin van Staden.
He got dropped early in that fight, but he came back with an absolute vengeance. He's got all round, he's one of those few guys that really possesses great mixed martial arts skills across the board. He's got very good jiu-jitsu, great wrestling, and a very, very reliable stand-up game.
Yeah, recently fought in the UK. Unfortunately lost that one, but also went 3 rounds, so gas tank not a problem for him. And you think he's had 12 fights in his career, so he's vastly experienced in the MMA game.
There's a ton of experience for Henry Fadipe, and he's so happy to be fighting on his home continent soil in Africa. He did look yesterday at the weigh-ins, he did look a little bit flat. He did have a pretty rough cut if you listen to the guys in his corner. And that's always a concern for the guys coming out, to see how much that's actually going to affect his performance.
Yeah, that will be a stern test. Probably the sternest test of his career to date against Martin van Staden. As this fight eventually happens after being on, being off, being on, being off. Finally, it's on here at EFC Africa 23. Making his way out to the hexagon is the vastly experienced Martin van Staden. 27 fights in his career, nicknamed the Punisher, and that's exactly what he wants to do tonight to Henry Fadipe, is inflict some punishment of his own.
Well, Van Staden has had one of the most decorated careers in mixed martial arts. He has pretty much fought the who's who in various different divisions. He's got a whole bunch of victories and a whole bunch of defeats of late. The most notable one was when he actually had a title shot against the welterweight kingpin Michiel Opperman, and it was a last-minute replacement after Michiel picked up an injury, and he fought Adam Speechley, and he was sort of just controlled from top position for most of that bout. And since then they've gone back, and he's really worked to go back to what he believes was his best form, is when he wasn't training quite as much, so sort of changing his training, the amount of times he trains a day from like 6 to 4, just listening to his body more. If it's really sore, really tight, just take a break, recoup, recover, and then come back. But he's said that he wants to come out here tonight and show people the reason he was signed to this organization. He wants to show the old Punisher again.
Point to prove here for Martin van Staden tonight, sporting fluorescent orange top. Always got fantastic hairdos. Just wait and see what he's got next. But it's the Punisher who makes his way into the hexagon, determined to make a statement tonight.
He does look incredibly fired up, and this is his opportunity now to really show that he belongs in this division and is worthy of the title shot that he did get to earlier.
And now for the BetExchange.com tale of the tape. 8 years older is Van Staden, 2 centimeters shorter, but he does possess a 3 centimeter reach advantage over Henry Fadipe. BetExchange.com, the exclusive betting partner of EFC Africa. Over to Shane the Duke Wellington.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout is 3 rounds in the EFC Africa welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 5 wins, 6 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 1.85 meters tall and weighs in at 76 kilograms. He's fighting out of Dublin, Ireland, Henry Herculeez Fadipe. And now introducing his opponent. He's fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional fight record of 20 wins and 7 losses. He stands 1.83 meters tall and weighs in at 76 kilograms. He's fighting out of Sunninghill, Johannesburg, Martin, the Punisher van Staden. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the hexagon is Vickers Swart.
RDG, specialist in differential and gearbox repairs, brings you the EFC girls.
Henry, ready? Martin, it's fight.
Start of this bout presented by Carnival City Casino and Entertainment World. Come play. Fadipe in the camo shorts, Van Staden in the white. Fasten your seatbelts. Here we go.
Yeah, Norman Vessel's in the corner. Antics, screaming that he's loading, trying to distract Fadipe. Quick right hand by Van Staden, found its mark.
He's got knockout power as Van Staden, but so does Fadipe.
Fadipe's also landing, make no mistake about it.
Oh,
big shot landed by
Fadipe.
Fadipe. Staden's in trouble.
This is not good for Van Staden.
Van Staden's in big trouble, looks like he's recovered, but Fadipe's working.
He caught him.
Caught him with the big 1-2, it's a right hand that came straight through the middle.
Punisher tagged.
Now Fadipe's got Van Staden tied up and he's landing knees.
Not a good place for Van Staden.
Fadipe's now working on a dash choke. Lets it go, Van Staden back to his feet. Realizes he's in a fight. Head kick fired off by Fadipe.
Fadipe, the aggressor here.
Body shot landed by Van Staden. Big left as well. Fadipe with a little smile on his face. Kick and a slip by Fadipe. The crowd just came alive. See us.
They are buzzing here at the Big Top Arena at Carnival City.
Fadipe over the top of the right, and Van Staden throws his own bowler.
Van Staden looks to have recovered though.
Testament to their conditioning, see us. Leg kick by Van Staden, and then he goes up top.
Think about it, Van Staden's been training for 8 months for this fight, essentially.
Fadipe catches a kick and then gets Van Staden down. Now he's looking for an ankle as Fadipe.
So strong as Fadipe here.
Also got one of Van Staden's arms strapped, and he's got a hold of Van Staden's leg.
Holding on to that ankle.
Van Staden trying to get the top position though.
Oh! Fadipe has beaten the Punisher. Van Staden submitted by Herculeez at EFC Africa 23. Much to the surprise of a lot of people here at the Big Top Arena. Herculeez makes a huge statement in his first fight at welterweight.
That was very, very impressive.
The action replay brought to you by Fighters Only magazine.
That first 1-2 that Fadipe landed knocked Martin right back down. And this is Fadipe. It's again that right hand out of nowhere. Big surprise for Van Staden. Didn't think that kind of power was there. And they had a hold of Martin's right leg and he never let it go. Kept on cranking, and you could actually hear Van Staden screaming before he tapped out. Fadipe getting his hand raised with success at EFC Africa 23.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Vicky Swart has called a stop to this contest. 2 minutes and 18 seconds into round number 1. Declaring the winner by tap out due to an ankle lock, Henry Herculeez Fadipe.
I'm here with your winner, Henry Fadipe. Henry, it was a tough opponent for you to come in, and you made it look relatively easy.
He underestimated me, you know. So what happens every time I come in the underdog and I prove myself. This is just another example, you know.
And that first 1-2 that you landed, did it surprise you that he dropped him down?
Not really, man. It's a bomb.
Well, you look great tonight. We look forward to seeing you again. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen.
This fight's for my daughter, Robin. I'll show you this video when you're a bit older.
Herculeez gets the W and makes quite the statement in the welterweight division. Keep an eye on the man from Ireland, the EFC Africa in future.